What's going on, guys? Flyby Simulations here, and welcome back to the third iteration of my weekly Addon Spotlight series, where we take a look at everything that's been released or announced for Microsoft Flight Simulator in terms of the new airports, new sceneries, aircraft, as well as utilities. Now this week we're kind of short on news because not a lot of airports and sceneries have been released and practically no utilities have been released for the simulator. However, there is tons of information to look at in terms of the aircraft that have been released as well as updated or announced for the simulator, so stick around to find out more. Now, just before we get started, I'd also like to give a huge shout out to Graphite Games, the Flying Dutchman, as well as Klaz or Craig, who were the winners of my Martha's Vineyard giveaway on my Discord server. So congratulations, and I hope you guys enjoy the product. If you guys too want to get involved with more such exclusive Flyby Simulations events and giveaways, make sure to join my Discord server linked down in the description section of the video. Also, if you guys enjoy what you guys are seeing on the channel right now, make sure to give this video a like, subscribe to this channel, as well as hit that little bell icon right next to the subscribe button so you guys are notified every time I upload a video and you guys can stay up to date with everything Microsoft Flight Simulator. So with that all said, let's get into this week's Addon Spotlight. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so as usual, we'll start off this week's Addon Spotlight as well with the new airport and scenery releases, of which we only have one, which is in the form of Dreamflight Studios' release of McClellan-Palomar Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Now, the airport itself is located in San Diego's North County and primarily sees mostly general aviation traffic, but there are also seasonal flights to Taos from Advanced Air and Taos Air. Business travelers and celebrities also often use McClellan-Palomar Airport thanks to its proximity to the city, nearby sandy beaches, and local connections. So if you guys want to do some elite traveling, make sure to pick this airport up. The airport has been built from scratch specifically for Microsoft Flight Simulator and takes full advantage of the new Sims engine, as most payware products do. This means you can expect full 4K texturing and PBR support, accurate building modeling, and realistic night lighting, as you guys can see in the screenshots that I'm showing in the background. Furthermore, Dreamflight Studios has also added custom wigwag lights, ground clutter, and also realistic taxiway signages, which obviously all contribute to an authentic experience of flying in and out of McClellan-Palomar Airport for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The team have also provided a full expansive feature list, which you guys can see in the background, and the airport itself can be purchased from Sim Market for around about €13 from the description section of the video. Okay, so now that we're done with the only single airport that was released for Microsoft Flight Simulator this week, time to move on to some of the aircraft releases and announcements for Addon Spotlight. So let's start things off with Milviz, who in their lengthy YouTube video discussed many of the ongoing projects and future plans the company has. Starting things off with the PC-6 Porter that was released earlier in the year, they're very happy with the release. However, the team is not done with the plane yet, they say. Since the release of the first stage of the plane, the team has been working hard at the second stage, so there is going to be a second stage. The second stage will bring an older version of the plane to our sim with an analog cockpit. The stage 2 will also feature tundra tires and floats for amphibious operations, so therefore it gives more options to the consumers to do what they want to do with the aircraft in their own simulators. The team anticipates the stage to release in Q2 of this year, so think maybe around March or April. Alongside the Porter Stage 2, the team has several other projects going on as well. The status update on these was rather brief, but it's good to mention them nonetheless. The team is hard at work on the Beaver DHC-2T and anticipates a release in 2022. So again, another big aircraft coming to the simulator by Milviz in 2022 itself. There's also the A1H Skyraider, which the team announced in September of last year. The video also briefly mentioned the Hui, which is anticipated for Q3 or Q4, and the SR-71 Blackbird. Now, I'm super excited about the SR-71 Blackbird. In my opinion, it's one of the most sexy looking aircraft and stealth bombers. However, Colin and DeAndre from Milviz did not comment much on the status or progress of these planes, so it's left to speculation as to when these aircraft will come out, but it's nice to know that they're in the pipeline anyway, especially from an accredited developer for the simulator such as Milviz. Now, coming to the meat of the announcement, or something that I was genuinely excited about, the ATR-72 by Milviz. Now, this is one of the more anticipated projects by Milviz and also one that has previously caused a lot of debate. In the video itself, Colin states that progress on this plane is still ongoing, but other commercial obligations tend to take away some of the resources, which is unfortunate. However, it's good to see that Milviz is still putting time and putting in some resources towards the development of this fantastic aircraft nevertheless. One of the larger topics of discussion in the video was Microsoft Flight Simulator as a platform itself. Now, though it features absolutely stunning visuals, the team is also running into a fair share of limitations that the simulator has. The gist of the story is that Microsoft Flight Simulator does not allow the same kind of freedom that Prepared does. At the same time, Microsoft Flight Simulator is also lacking certain features that Prepared provides. This requires the team to do a lot of custom coding of things as compared to just relying on the already existent SDK that they had access to in Prepared 3D. Add this developer also to the list of developers who are having problems working with Microsoft Flight Simulator's proprietary SDK. Multiple developers have come together to mention this, and I think it's on Asobo now to provide the right tools to these developers so that they can bring these amazing aircraft to the simulators for us flight simmers at home to enjoy. Lastly, they also discussed the status of the most anticipated aircraft in their suite, the King Air. Now, this product was pre-ordered by quite a few people quite a long time ago. With the pre-orders, Milviz has also promised people to give them access to the original King Air 300 or 350 without the Pro line avionics suite. However, the team unfortunately is not sure it will be able to bring these versions of the plane into Microsoft Flight Simulator. So to cover the promise that they made initially to their consumers who pre-ordered the product, Colin stated in the video that customers of the initial pre-order will be eligible to a free Milviz product of choice. This offer is only available to the customers of the pre-ordered version of the King Air. There's also a few other tidbits and mentions in the long 50-minute video, such as that of a C-130 that's currently under development for a commercial partner of Prepared 3D that might make its way into Microsoft Flight Simulator once this plane has actually been delivered. However, I won't be going into a lot of that detail. I'll leave a link to the entire 50-minute long YouTube video down in the description section of this video, so you guys can go check it out and basically get some more information than what this condensed version offers on this channel. Okay, so moving on from the rather lengthy update given by Milviz about their projects, let's move on to a rather small update given by Aerosoft about their twin Otter to address the sound issues and much more. A brand new update for the Aerosoft Twin Otter was released earlier in the week, bringing the aircraft product to version 1.0.1. The changelog itself is fairly extensive, but many of the sound issues that were echoed by the community on Aerosoft's forums have now been fixed, according to the developer. In the changelog itself, Aerosoft has said that there has been a rework of the volume balancing of the internal and external sounds, along with improvements to the wind sound when the aircraft is not moving. Alongside the changes to the sound package, there have been fixes also to other areas of the Twin Otter. For example, wing lights have been added, along with a GPWS inhibit switch, which is huge considering the versatility of this aircraft and sometimes the need for people to just turn off those annoying GPWS callouts when performing non-normal operations. Furthermore, those who had issues with the autopilot losing altitude in either ALT or glide slope hold modes will now see these issues also fixed. Version 1.0.1 of the Twin Otter can be obtained through the Aerosoft One installer. As usual, there was an extensive feature list / changelog provided by Aerosoft about the update, which you can see in the background of the video right now. Moving on, we also have the release of the Fouga CM170 Magister by AzurPoly for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The aircraft is based on the French aircraft by the same name and is now available in the Microsoft Flight Simulator marketplace. The aircraft itself is a 2-seat, 2-engine military jet produced by Fouga. Its initial flight took place on July 23rd and quickly became a staple amongst armies around the world. Nearly 930 of the type were built until it was retired. The aircraft has an endurance of 2 hours and 40 minutes and a maximum speed of 444 miles per hour, meaning you really have the chance to put this bird through her paces. Now coming to the rendition of the aircraft and the simulator itself, sadly there are no operating weapons on this rendition of the aircraft. However, the aircraft does come complete with a range of other features that will see you flying this historic aircraft beautifully in the simulator. AzurPoly has incorporated a range of features including a custom hydraulic and fuel system along with full interior and exterior lighting. Furthermore, there is a high-definition audio set included as well, 8 liveries to choose from, and a built-in EFB or electronic flight bag or iPad to manage aircraft settings. Again, I'm including a full feature list of the aircraft in the background, but some of the notable features were already mentioned. As mentioned before, the aircraft is now available through the InSim marketplace for £21. Alright, so continuing with the military theme that we left off from, a lengthy blog post from the FlyingIron Simulations team holds several exciting goodies for fans of Microsoft Flight Simulator and DCS as well. To begin with, FlyingIron Simulations has announced that their next project for Microsoft Flight Simulator will be the F-6F Hellcat. This iconic plane was pivotal for the second part of the Pacific Campaign during World War II. The plane was the most dominant fighter for the US forces, with its ability to counter the Japanese Zeros. FlyingIron Simulations has shared a preliminary feature list of the plane, giving us some insight into what we can come to expect. The plane will come with high-quality modeling features, both interior and exterior. The plane will also feature high-quality textures and exceptionally high-quality sounds, as the team has used sounds recorded from a real F-6F Hellcat, which I don't know how they did. This is a historic plane, but I mean, props to them. Furthermore, the planes will include features such as foldable wings, carrier capabilities, an automated flap system, the inclusion of the FlyingIron tablet, and a detailed simulation of the aircraft systems goes without saying. The team did not share anything about the amount of work that has yet to be done or when we might expect to fly this plane in our sims. However, the previews that the team have shared are amazing nonetheless. Looking into some more news by FlyingIron Simulations, the team has also left us some teasers for more upcoming projects for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The first sneak peek that the team gave us is that of a Focke-Wulf FW190. Now, I personally am going to butcher these German pronunciations, so if there's any German watchers, please comment down below how I would pronounce that. The FW190 was a very successful and deadly plane fighting on the German side in World War II. Its air superiority over the Spitfire Mark V led to the Spitfire Mark IX's development, which actually just so happens to be another product made by FlyingIron Simulations if you guys want to go check that out. Another teaser shared by the team was that of the Messerschmitt Bf109. Again, I think I might have butchered that pronunciation, so any German watchers or viewers, please comment down below as to how I would pronounce that. Together with the FW190, these two planes formed the backbone of the German Luftwaffe. The Bf109 was a highly capable fighter aircraft and was flown by several all-time top aces. Now that's all the information we have from FlyingIron Simulations. No concrete release dates or anything like that, but the preview images we've seen so far are very exciting nonetheless. Finally, in this military theme of aircraft, Aeroplane Heaven have also updated their P-51D Mustang for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The new update corrects a few bugs and adds additional texture work to improve on the original release, which just came out a few weeks ago. So the first bug fix on the list is that the fuel gauge now actually shows the correct amount of fuel, which is huge and kind of important if you're flying an aircraft. Another fix, on the other hand, corrects the bands on the old Crow spinner. In addition, new texturing was added, such as a super chrome restored texture and also some missing repaint textures. Finally, the spinner shape has also been tweaked. Again, this is a minor update, but one that the owners of the Aeroplane Heaven P-51D Mustang will likely appreciate. Vendors have been informed of the new version, and you will be able to download it from the original store of purchase. Again, the changelog of the aircraft is now provided in the background of the video if you guys want to take a look. Pause the video and take a look. And finally for this week, we have Ants Airplane's release of the Drifter Ultralight for Microsoft Flight Simulator. If you're looking for something a little different and tacky to fly in the sim, then how does an ultralight with floats sound? The newly released Drifter 582 from Ants Airplanes sees the Ostflight Drifter replicated from Microsoft Flight Simulator with a variety of features and functions. The aircraft itself is a two-seater, wire-braced aircraft that can be used on land or in the water. The aircraft comes with two options, wheeled or floats, and because of the ultralight's light nature, you will have unparalleled views and be able to take off and land almost anywhere. Ants Airplane has rebuilt the Drifter 582 specifically for the simulator with a new native model with much more detail than done beforehand. As usual, an exhaustive feature list is provided in the background of the video right now. However, some of the notable features include animations for the tie-downs, wheel chocks, and the pitot covers. In total, 13 liveries are included with the plane, whilst a genuine sound set completes the experience. Finally, a virtual tablet will also allow you to access user preferences and also a fictional autopilot for the times you just want to admire the views without the need to control the plane. Now, something very rarely done by some of these developers is that there is a free downloadable demo available for you if you don't know if the Drifter Ultralight is for you yet. So you can go to Ants Airplane's website right now and download that free demo and check it out in your simulators, and if you like it, you can purchase the full release version of the aircraft from Sim Market for 15.8 euros or directly from Ants Airplane's website for 17.95 US dollars. So ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to the end of this week's add-on spotlight. Not a lot of releases in the airport and scenery department and practically no releases in the utilities department, but we did see a bunch of new aircraft announcements, releases, as well as updates for the simulator. Now if you guys want to stay up to date with everything that happens relating to Microsoft Flight Simulator as well as some other sims, including tutorials, cinematics, product reviews, then make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, as well as hit that little bell icon so you guys get notified every time I upload the video. Also, if you guys want to join the small but thriving flyby simulations community and intimately get involved with the ongoings of the channel, then I highly recommend you also join the Discord server linked down in the description section of the video. As usual guys, thanks for flying by.